I'll begin with an update on the number of cases in our province. Since the media briefing yesterday, we have 4 new positive cases. All of these cases are within the Eastern Health region, and the public health contact tracing is ongoing. Everyone considered close contacts will be advised to quarantine. The total number of cases in our province is now 152. We have 143 cases in Eastern Health, 3 in Central Health, 1 in Western Health, and 5 in Labrador-Grenville Health. Of our 152 cases, 120 are related to Call's Funeral Home, based on the latest information I received last evening. 56% of cases are female, 44% male. By age, we have 13 people under the age of 20, 24 between 20 and 39, 23 between 40 and 49, 32 between 50 and 59, 30 between 60 and 69, and 30 who are 70 or above. 11 people have been admitted to hospital due to the virus. Of these patients, 2 are in intensive care. 7 people have now recovered. In total, we have tested 2,575 people. Of those individuals, 2,423 were confirmed negative. I must stress that just because the number of confirmed cases being reported today is lower than it has been in recent days, this does not mean that you can ignore the emergency public health orders currently in place. The COVID-19 virus is in our communities, and we are still at the beginning of this pandemic. I implore you to continue to do your part to slow the spread of COVID-19 and help flatten the curve in our province. We are still at a pivotal point where we can do this. A point of clarification regarding those who attended Call's Funeral Home and who were subject to the order to self-isolate. Please note the order ends tomorrow for those who remain without symptoms. If you have symptoms and are being followed by public health, or you have been tested, you are to remain in isolation until released by public health. I would now like to clarify a couple of points related to the orders I announced yesterday. The first relates to the sale of lotto-type tickets in stores. While the purchase of scratch and pull-tab tickets is prohibited, people may still purchase online lotteries such as 649 and Lotto Max. The rationale behind this is simple. We must avoid people congregating in stores, scratching and pulling tab tickets. Having people in stores for extended periods of time makes the principles of physical and social distancing impossible. Please only go out for essential products such as food, personal care products, and medications. Further, I would also like to clarify the order related to funerals. Funeral services, public wakes, and visitations have been canceled. Burials can take place with up to 5 people in attendance, including the officiant. A private viewing of up to 5 family members before the burial is also permitted under this order. However, precautions including physical distancing of 2 arms lengths and hand hygiene must be followed. Virtual options should also be accommodated where possible and appropriate. Please know that issuing the order related to funerals has been one of the most difficult decisions I have had to make during this pandemic. In a time that is already extremely difficult on a grieving family, my intent is not to further distress, but to protect all of us by minimizing the spread of this virus. I also wish to advise that I am ordering the closure of campsites at municipal and privately owned parks. I still encourage everyone not self-isolating to enjoy the outdoors. Again, please keep physical distancing in mind as you snowshoe and walk the trails. This afternoon, government and the Newfoundland and Labrador Centre for Health Information have launched a website so that individuals in our province who have been tested for COVID-19 can securely access their test results online from a computer or mobile device. This is an important tool in our fight against COVID-19. By letting people check their personal COVID-19 results online, we will free up time for healthcare workers to spend on contact tracing. Once you have taken an in-person test, you can go online using a computer or your mobile device and visit healthenl.ca, that's healthenl.ca/COVID results. Once there, enter your name, birth date, MCP, and MCP expiry number in order to get your result. If you choose not to view your results online, a member of public health will call you with your results. This tool will tell you if your test comes back negative. It will also tell you if your test result is not yet available. Please remember that it can take up to 5 days to receive your test result. If you have a positive test result, you will get a phone call from a public health official. If you test positive, you will receive medical guidance on how to treat COVID-19 at home, contain its spread, and if and when to seek further medical attention. Please remember that even if you test negative, you are still required to self-isolate for 14 days. Our government's COVID-19 website has recently been redesigned in order to present you with the most accurate, up-to-date information related to COVID-19 in an easy-to-navigate format. This includes information such as guidance on how to self-isolate, operational requirements for businesses, travel advisories, and tips on how to stay safe and well. I would encourage each of you to visit gov.nl.ca/COVID-19 daily for information and updates. As a recap, for those who may have just joined us, we have 4 new cases since yesterday's media availability. The total number of cases in the province is 152. The breakdown by health regions brings us to 143 cases in Eastern Health, 3 in Central Health, 1 in Western Health, and 5 in Labrador-Grenville Health. As I've said many times before, it is normal for people to feel anxious during these uncertain times. And please know that you are not alone. We are all in this together. In today's world of technology, we are fortunate to have access to many evidence-based mental health and addictions programs and services here locally. These programs are available to people of all ages, are confidential and free, and are available by visiting bridgethegap.ca, and that's gap with 2 P's. Thank you to everyone doing their part to help reduce the spread of COVID-19 in our province by staying in unless essential, practicing physical distancing, washing your hands frequently and well, and staying home if you are sick. Our collective actions will have significant impact on how COVID-19 progresses in our province. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fitzgerald, and good afternoon, everyone. Well, it may seem like today is a better result coming from the heartbreaking day that we had in our province just yesterday, but it is not. It is not in any way, shape, or form mean that we can be complacent. Now is not a time to celebrate. Now is not a time to relax. The health guidelines that we have put in place must remain your top priority. So let me be clear, we are still in a public health state of emergency, and your actions today will determine what the virus looks like tomorrow. So if we take that a step further, your actions today determines who this virus affects tomorrow.